3, 4, 5, 10. In game. 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got that? Happy?
because I was like, yeah, I fell back at the toe. And I hit my back and then I was doing the sitting there trying to watch this play, and then Steve comes in. Yeah, and then Steve tells us to clean up. I was like, the guy behind it, so I didn't have to do the thing. And then I was going to take it back there, but then he got me to take it around. And even the one, I had no one. I went, that was it. No, I'm good. Although I'm good, it doesn't matter. They have the wristband, they put their camera right there. That's why you have to do it. So then I was going to be able to move it.
Sammy before? Yeah. Just think you did.
It's Brendan Taylor. Great knock today. If we could just, if you can please ask all the questions through the microphone so we can get the recording. I'll hand it over to the floor now. We'll start with the gentleman to the right over here.
Was there a sense of freedom that no matter what happened today, done with the Zimbabwe career, and which probably led to your 138 today?
At being two down pretty early, and then
I'll ask. Yeah. And then, like the innings that you played today, like rethink the coal pack agreement. Like, if you get paid as much, probably, do you think you will rethink your coal pack agreement to Zimbabwe cricket because they need you more than anything else?
well, my contract's already in the process of being signed, so move backwards on. But of IPL, I haven't even thought that far ahead. That's totally out of my control. If they pick me up, they pick me up. That's great.
Fans here.
We put on a decent show, so nice to see. Yeah, I was very, very overwhelmed and way they. The wicket paced in the morning, along with 10, 320, maybe 330, and again that's been the way it's gone. Tournament on MS, and who knows what can happen. We know how good he is batting.
In South Africa, you might have seen Australia and New Zealand.
Obviously, to finish top of their log, I don't think too many close encounters. They've been pretty convincing in their victory finals, and being top of their log, maybe they've got a fairly easy game, but you don't want to take anyone lightly in this. But they've certainly got the players to go all the way and win it. They've won it before, so they know what that feels like.
Brendan, very well played.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's the...
Yeah, I think trying to get 100.
What's the feeling right inside you? Is it a sense of satisfaction that you ended your Zimbabwe international career, injuries in a... Is it sense of sadness, sense of looking forward to what's going to be for the next 3 years?
Yeah, it's definitely a sense of sadness. There's a sense of disappointment in the way we've this tournament. Sad in a way that I'm leaving right, and hopefully I can have some success over there and off a better cricketer for it.
Yeah, Brendan here. What would you say about the role?
360 degrees around the field, so it's hard to put fielders in certain areas. Composure and his mindset, he's done it so many times now, I think it's second nature for him. But to be averaging 50 plus at batting, it's against him today, and it's actually the second time since I've, and you can learn so much.
Would you put it down to lack of experience in big games?
I don't think there's a certain amount of experience that we got. There's some guys who've played well over. It was tough to, I don't know, maybe concentration for 50 overs.
What do you think you'll miss most about being an international cricketer?
We'll have to be wearing this. It's every international stream their country. That's why we play the sport. We're lucky enough. We missed my teammates, the camaraderie amongst each other, the good times, the bad times. We go out of it. It's 11 years I've had it for 11 years, and anything. It's been some special times, and through good and bad.
Brendan, how did the Nottingham deal come about after 3 years?
I'm not aware of qualifying after 3 years. I didn't. I thought it was longer than. I got in contact with Claude Henderson. Got in contact, and he put my name forward, and he just said it's nice to have an option and a plan B, and so that was it. And Knots were very proactive in getting hold of me and it worked. So I just want to go there and focus on 1 year time and do my 3 years as well as I can, and if that it gets extended, and move forward.
Brendan, You were finally dismissed for 138. Also, when you went off the field, it seemed pretty emotional. You know, hugs from your teammates and rest of the management, etc. In those moments, and also what happened after the match ended. You know, the kind of message teammates and management.
Yeah, it was nice from Shikhar.
So our next conference will be starting in the next minute or two. MS Dhoni is on his way. Thanks.
Out for the after being under
out of that game. What was good was the spinners were put under pressure, and also we lost quick wickets. And that actually put our middle and lower middle order under pressure. So we gained a lot out of it. You know, winning, of course, was, but the knock by Raina was very crucial. Number 5, more of get an opportunity. You know, to bat 38th, 39th over if your top order is batting well, and you have to slog it out. So you play the big shot, you don't score too many runs, and at the end of the day, when you get into the knockout, you want to have your belt. You know, it doesn't really
run chase is the best in this world. It's more. Can you give an advice in your mindset when you're chasing a difficult target?
I think you know what's important is to break the number of runs. Small criteria. You may say, okay, next 2 or 3 overs, no, you can't really miss out the fact. You know, somebody like Raina, how he batted in the other end also easy, and he has done it quite a few times. You know, him. There have been instances where I batted with Virat. I've done that with Gautam also. So I feel always rely on the big shots. The reason being, yes, you get sixes and boundary shot, but if you are batting at number 6, you know there's only maybe one batsman after you. 6 or 7, you know, you have to think maybe 3 times, you know, before you play the big shot. So there's a partnership going, 2 batsmen batting. I feel the key is for both of them to run well between the wickets and to make sure that when they get a loose deliveries, you know, to get of that delivery, and it's most preferred to be a boundary because there's less chances or less, and ultimately break into small start achieving those targets. It just keeps confidence. You know, it may be 10 or 12 runs or 15 runs, but you know, you get out of every target that you achieve. So overall you keep breaking it down, and you know, in turn put the pressure.
You said, as you said, the most runs well. Is the form of Ravindra Jadeja the only concern that you carry into the knockouts?
Well, I think to some extent a bit of a concern, but at the same time, as I said, you know, if you're worried about Raina in the sense, you know, he has not got enough chance to bat, but he has still done decent over here. Only the bowling, I think, you know, he has bowled really well, you know, in patches in him, you know, since the last World Cup. He has been quite happy with how they have bowled, both the spinners and also, you know, Jadeja. Got a chance to bat also, you know, it would have made it slightly easy for him, but really have control over that.
Super. MS, you have said previously that when you're chasing, you want to keep pushing the odds till it's when you start taking risks. At what point was it today that you felt, you know, the game is in your favor, and when you realized that
runs that's needed? At times, you know, when you have wickets in hands, you know, it's our theory. So if you have a complex, but when you are in chances more often than not, you know, it's the subconscious that really works hard. So you don't have what over we won, maybe 1 over before that.
Looking forward to the quarterfinal stage. I mean, last time you were because the expectation at home. Is the team feeling a little bit more liberated or less stressed because you're playing away from home this time?
We have the same kind of pressure. I've said it so many times, irrespective of play or which tournament we play, under pressure. So the good thing, the boys are quite used to it. There have been instances where we are down, but from that position also we have come back strongly and we have done well. So I think from a point of view, there may not be too many people in the team. It just
That's it.
no, I was not planning to hit. Played few deliveries, a number of deliveries. So I got my time in the middle, and also the fact that we had too many batsmen left, with only 5 or 6 runs. If it's there, you hit it because you don't really have that pressure of thinking, whether the guys coming after you will be able to score 5 or 6 runs or not. So once you are that close, at times you take that chance. But a lot of times it has happened that the bowler also knows you are going to play the big shot. So no point really, that shot and get clever people.
Now, how difficult is it to actually think of it just as one game at a time? Because in one way, it's 3 games to the World Cup.
Well, the fact itself, it's quite easy to reason being the experience that we have got. I said, yes, there are not too many who have played 150 games or 175 games, but they have that experience, have played in champions, and it's almost, if you see a few, and then also with IPL happening, and once you get into the knockout stages, most of the players, they play from teams that do qualify or have, they know situations where you have to be in this scenario because you may not get a second chance. So you have to be at your best, and I think the guys will be.
In terms of between the last World Cup and here, and the tempo runs, because the rules are different. 300 is now given, and double the score after 30 overs is meaningless. Batsmen are literally playing the first to the 35th, 38th over slow, like the Zimbabweans did today, and then they just go crazy towards the end. What is your?
It's been the case. So have come into the game, but still you need to credit the kind of players who played those shots. But also you need to put, a lot of times you may question as still there was not a single dropped catch in instances where batsmen have scored 150 or 180 runs. But what's important is that one fielder, when he's outside, you may miss time one in the whole innings. That may be at the start of your innings, deep point field catch, but now there times they drop there, and all of a sudden you see the batsman timing a lot of deliveries with 2 new balls. It doesn't really get too old to get rid. It is that the bowler last few over batsmen are the ones who are more innovative, sweep to the fast bowler, box sweep and all of that. So I feel you need to
like a Rohit Sharma who has that knack of scoring very, and he must be very keen to getting on with it. So how do you handle? You say to him?
Well, what we have to consider is the fact there have been instances where we have chased quite a few times so far in the tournament, and if the opposition have not scored too many runs, what's important is to see this really well. So that's something that's a key factor. It's not always about the runs. We have seen who are really well, but they have not scored runs, and all of a sudden, you see
even अगर ये सब चीजें, and secondly, क्या आपको लगता है कि
ये बेसिक चीज़ें होती हैं जो अज्यूम करते हैं कि करनी चाहिए. सो ऐसा होता है कि फील्डर थ्रो फेंक रहा है, यार कीपर पकड़ ही लेगा, पीछे आने की क्या ज़रूरत. और अगर कोई ऐसा जो 1 रन आप बचाते हैं, वो आज बहुत मायने रख सकती है. अगर टीम ने 320 बनाया है और अगर आप वैसे 2 तो जब फेस कर रहे होगे तो आप बहुत ही रन की बजाय यू मे बी चेजिंग 8 रन. सो ये छोटी चीज़ें हैं, बट क्रिकेट के हिसाब से अगर आप देखें तो अगर आप आगे देखें अगर आप एक ऑलराउंडर का परफॉर्मेंस देखें तो अगर वो 50 रन किए और साथ में बॉलिंग की है. सो व्हाट्स हैपनिंग इज़ अभी तक सिचुएशन वैसा नहीं हो पाया है कि काफ़ी ऑलराउंडर्स को वैसा परफॉर्म कर रहा है. तो काफ़ी बार देखा जो आपके
माई यहाँ छोटा फील्ड था, जब फील्डिंग कर रहे थे तो बड़ा प्रॉब्लम बैटिंग कर रहे थे. ऑस्ट्रेलिया में फील्ड बड़ा हो जाता है, बॉलिंग के टाइम थोड़ा एडवांटेज, बैटिंग के टाइम वो ड्यूस हो जाता है. आप क्या कंप्यूटर में डाल देते हो कि ये ऐसी सिचुएशन
करे बॉल को, बट यहाँ का स्ट्रेट काफ़ी छोटे हैं और बहुत ज़्यादा हेल्प नहीं है स्पिनर्स को, तो थोड़ा हेजिटेशन तो होता ही है। और ऑस्ट्रेलिया में अगर आप देखें तो फील्ड्स बहुत बड़े हैं, सो टू बी परफेक्ट। सो काफ़ी बार बैट्समैन है उतना बड़ा शॉट, बट आप उसको यू हैव टू बी इंटेलिजेंट बैटिंग में भी, और किस तरीके से आप अपने एसेट्स हो, अल्टीमेटली वही डिसाइड करता है कि मैच कौन जीतेगा। संजीव
अभी से ऐसे इसको हराया या दूसरी टीम ने इसको हराया तो हम इस शहर में खेले, हमारा ओपोनेंट ये होगा, इस तरह से टीम में भी चल रहा था कि हमें किस टाउन में खेलना है, किस ओपोनेंट के साथ खेलना है। और अब क्या क्लियर है आपको कि किसके साथ खेल?
बहुत ज़्यादा उस बारे में नहीं सोच रहे थे, क्योंकि जब आप एक नॉकआउट स्टेज में आ जाते हो तो सारी टीमें जो आती हैं वो अच्छी टीमें होती हैं और बहुत ज़्यादा मायने नहीं रखता है। बोल सकते हैं अगर हम न्यूजीलैंड में खेल रहे होते तो पर थोड़ा डिसएडवांटेज भी था, क्योंकि हम स्पिनर्स पे ज़्यादा रिलाई करते हैं और ऐसे छोटे ग्राउंड पे मैच हो तो थोड़ा डिसकम्फर्टिंग होता है। बट उसके अलावा हम बहुत ज़्यादा वरीड नहीं थे। हम सोच रहे थे कि हम जब वापस ऑस्ट्रेलिया जाए कि इस तरीके को फ़र्क पड़ सकता है। पे आए थे तो हमारा जो ट्रैवलिंग का शेड्यूल था वो बहुत अच्छा नहीं था। हम कितना भी तो काफ़ी लोगों को प्रॉब्लम हुआ एडजस्ट करने में, स्लीपिंग पैटर्न चेंज हो गया। सो कि होपफुली जब हम वापस जाएंगे अच्छे से हम उन सब सारी चीज़ों को मैनेज कर पाएंगे।
पिछले प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस ना हमारे लिए बेस्ट युवराज सिंह जो कंसिस्टेंटली 5 पे खेले हैं, तो अभी वो बॉलिंग भी डाल देता, अंडररेटेड बॉलर इतना उन्हें यूज़ नहीं किया है
तो बैटिंग करता था। रूल चेंजेस के बाद अगर आप देखें तो यूवी ने काफ़ी बॉलिंग नहीं, जब से ये नया रूल आया है तब से तो कुछ टू सम एक्सटेंट उनकी बॉलिंग पे इसका फ़र्क ज़रूर। हालांकि अभी भी T20 में अगर आप देखें तो इज बॉलिंग। द गुड थिंग विथ रायना इज़ जब थोड़ा सा भी हेल्प में तो हमने देखा है कि वो अच्छी बॉलिंग करते हैं, हैंडर्स को काफ़ी अच्छी बॉलिंग करते हैं। एंड इट्स ऑलवेज गुड टू हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ प्लेयर, पीपल हु कैन बॉल एंड बैट। क्योंकि कभी कभी जैसे लास्ट गेम में था कि डिमांड कर रहा था कि एक अच्छा ऑफ स्पिनर हो, एंड आई थिंक ये एक ऐसा एरिया है जिसमें रोहित और शिखर भी वर्क कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि दे डू बॉल, सो दे हैव टू टेक इट सीरियसली। क्योंकि ये लग्जरी हमारे पास थी पहले, विरूपा टीम में थे, ही कुड ऑल्सो बॉल, पाजी थे वो बॉलिंग कर सकते थे, यूवी बॉलिंग करता था, बट फर्क पड़ा जब
किसी के साथ भी मैच जिताते हो, बट व्हेन इट्स रायना देयर इज ऑलमोस्ट अ सेंस ऑफ इनएविटेबिलिटी कि जीत ही रहे हैं। Of a CSK drill that has gone into the two of you when you are doing it with?
नहीं, आई थिंक पे या 6 पे बैटिंग करता है, मैं भी उसी नंबर के आसपास बैटिंग करता हूँ। तो जब चेस कर रहे होते हैं तो मोर ऑफन देन नॉट देखा गया है कि 5 और 6 या 6 और 7 वो साथ में बैटिंग करते हैं, उससे ट्यूनिंग भी आपकी सेट हो जाती है, एंड द गुड का जो कम्बिनेशन है उससे भी बॉलर्स परेशान होते हैं। ऑल्सो नेचुरल स्ट्रोक, तो किसी भी सिचुएशन में वो बड़े स्ट्रोक खेल। आई फील दैट द प्रेशर, सिर्फ आपको बीच बीच में उनसे बात 5वें गियर से वापस 3रे गियर पे आ जाओ, क्योंकि पीछे बहुत ज़्यादा बैट्समैन नहीं है। आई थिंक ही हैज़ टेकन दैट जॉब रियली वेल। आई कीप सेइंग नंबर 5 पे बैटिंग करना आसान नहीं है, क्योंकि अगर आप छोटी टीमों के अगेंस्ट में खेल रहे हैं तो आपके जो टॉप बैट्समैन है टच डू वेल, दे विल, तो आपको हो सकता है 3 या 4 मैच में ना बैटिंग आए तो लास्ट 5 ओवर में बैटिंग आई तो एक जो फ्लो होता है वो नहीं बन पाता है। बट उसके बाद एक बड़े में बैटिंग मिल जाए, वो जो मोमेंटम वाली जो नहीं होती है, एंड आई थिंक दैट्स वेयर काउंट्स। प्लेयर्स की बात करते हैं जो 150 खेले हुए हैं, आई थिंक की लाइस आप एक्सपेक्ट रनिंग बिटवीन जो है वो की फैक्टर है, बट एट द सेम टाइम जब वो थोड़ा तो मैं बड़े शॉट खेल लेता हूँ, एंड